You are listening to the Next Play podcast, the playbook for high-performing leaders who want to exceed their full potential. From walking on the Ole Miss football team at 5'7", 150 pounds and earning a full D1 scholarship, to coaching thousands around the world and working with massive organizations like IBM. I've learned countless lessons that I'll be sharing right here with you. Join me as I interview some of the most successful people so you too can learn how to focus on always moving forward by deciding, planning, and executing on the next play relentlessly. What's going on? This is Richie Contartesi with the Next Play podcast, and today I've got a very special guest, someone that brings a lot of energy to the table, someone who had a record deal, was working with Bone Thugs and Harmony, had what anyone would have wanted in Hollywood and the music industry, and left it all to go back home, and has now since built a phenomenal business. And it's brilliant. It's super smart. It's taking artistic music and video ability and bringing it to businesses to bring businesses to viral videos. But he did a video for me and it absolutely blew me away. I gave him a link to my website, and within 1 hour, this dude sent me back a song in 1 hour that literally says what we do in 40 seconds, which is one of the hardest things to do. So I was blown away by it. I'm introducing him to anybody that's in business that wants viral videos, that wants attention, and can provide education in that way. So I'm a super fan. I think this guy's gonna blow up, and he's already blowing up. He's worked with Jesse Itzler and Tim Grover, amongst many others. So Joey, man, thanks for being on the show.
Richie, my man, what up, bro? Hey, I appreciate it, dude. Let's get it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, look at this. You got like an LED screen. This is like the podcast experience. I'm sitting at the desk with an old school podcast. I got you the microphone with an LED.
Oh, we're gonna
wall.
get you right, bro. You're gonna get right. I already like you already know me. Like I'm the guy that dives in every relationship I have. So like I looked at YouTube episodes of your podcast, and I was like, oh, I got to make sure I tell Richie he needs to get this camera on this side so he can have more pieces of, edutaining content for Instagram. But yeah, this is right now I even got my AC guys walking through. We just got heat. This is Yak HQ. I finally got out of my basement, and we got an actual studio now, dude. It's dope.
That's awesome, man. So I just want to know how did you get this business started, and what, just for the people listening, how did you get this business started, and what exactly is it that you do?
Yeah. So, I mean, how I got it started, here's one thing I learned, Richie, is like everything was preparation to my true promise. Like when I was 9 years old, I started making music. I met Ali from the St. Lunatics, which is Nelly's rap group. I'm from St. Louis. And he looked at me, he was like, kid, you're going to be a star. And like I started rapping to him and stuff. And I always tell people, remember that guy in my story, because that planted a seed in my heart, and I started hustling and building this big fan base in St. Louis. And 10 years goes by, and that same guy reached out to me and was like, I want to sign you. I've been seeing what you've been doing since I met you. And it just made me realize that no one is paying attention until you give them something to pay attention to. And I've ran with that and lived that my whole entire life. Like no one knows that I have what they need. I just have to show them, and then they'll know, right? You don't know what you don't know. So let me show you. So I got that record deal, and I was very young, man, immature, didn't have a dad really growing up. He was addicted to drugs, and I lasted 8 months in the record deal because nothing happened. I thought I got the job as the manager, when really I barely got the job as the janitor. I had no business experience. So I left that record deal, and that's when I met Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I got new management. We started touring with them nationwide. Crazy Bone was like, hey, if you can get out to L.A., I will take you guys seriously. We flew out to L.A., scraped up some money. One studio session, him listening, it was 4 songs, which led to 10 hours later of me and him having a song together called Scraping the Sky. And then it led to a 1.5 year nationwide tour. We had a tour bus, and, we were doing it, right? But yeah. I really, truly knew, I didn't know it was God or the Holy Spirit or whatever you want to call it then. But, man, there was something bigger telling me, dude, you need to go back home. Like on the outside, I was doing it. On the inside, I was miserable. I had no foundation built, right? I told people I lived off AA batteries, Adderall, and alcohol. For real. So I'm over here city to city, tour buses, doing whatever I want. I have a daughter at home. Remember, I said my dad wasn't around. I was flying first class on a guilt trip, bro. I was like, damn, I'm over here not wanting to be like my dad, but I'm running from the person that would make me not like him. Like I just had a lot of realizations of I'm not the dad that I want to be to my kid, right? So long story short, I left Hollywood, man. I left it all. I came back home. I got sober. I'm 6 years still to this day. Not one sip of alcohol. That was my demon, straight up. Like, I found faith. I married my high school sweetheart, which was the girl that rode with me the whole entire time. And it's all my kids. That's her mother. Like, what I'm doing, even just on that personal level, it's like I'm not supposed to be here by design. Like, I built this shit. I made decisions to be where I'm at and who I am and to do what I do today, man. So hopefully at the end of this, for real, and hopefully you can feel it, Richie, like I really want to help people. Like, I'm not your average dude. Like, I used to not be thinking that this was going to be what I'm doing in life, right? Because when I came home, I was like, damn, this superstar, he died. Like, I can't do music no more. Like, I had it, right? But it was just God needed to prepare me for that, because when I came home, I got into sales and I realized your boy is a closer. I've been this sales dude my whole entire life. I just didn't know how to channel that energy. So I became the #1 sales rep. In our office, I was walking around the cubicles. I'm out here fighting chargebacks, that commission that I made, they wanted it all back, because the stuff we were selling, I mean, it was some BS, man. Like, no one sold it and believed in it, and that's why people didn't do good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I ended up leaving that job and started doing podcast intros for people. Like, I went to one seminar, and I seen Billie Jean on the speaking, and I looked at my boy, I said, this is a thing? Wait. I'm them, I just don't have his money yet. Period. I felt that in my soul. That was 2017. It took me a few to quit my job. I had no money. I say it in a song called I Had to Burn the Boat. Like, I had like 4,000 in my 401k. I had hella chargebacks. I was like, man, I got to leave now because, you know, when I have something, I get a little comfy, right? So I left. That's just my mentality. So, dude, I started attacking people like Billie Jean, like Brad Lee, Tim Grover, Jesse Itzler, all these 7-figure entrepreneurs, and I would make them songs. My melody, your message, you know, music is the sound of a feeling. And all these people were taking me serious, and what I didn't realize then is, like, it is very unnormal to see somebody go after it, like with all they got, doing something different and not asking for permission. You know, Garrett J. White, I don't know if you know him. He's the leader of Wake Up Warrior. Well, I did it to him. He said, man, I feel called by God to take you in as an entrepreneur. Dude paid me $100,000 in 2019 just to learn the game. I was like, dude, I needed that, Richie. I needed that money, because I needed to learn how to get from scarcity to abundance. The dude really taught me. He'll be a part of my story. He fired me at the end of the year. He said, dude, you're a king. Go fly. You got this. And now I've never made less than what he was paying me, right? I figured this shit out, which led to me just doing music and podcast intros, which led me to having a video production team and, you know, owning the production team. Now, dude, we're just doing these big viral commercials. And I tell everyone, it's not about being the best, but who can get the most attention, period. I live it. I scream it. And we take music videos and we blend it in with, you know, just marketing strategies. I'm a creative strategy type of guy. It's not about the quality. It's about the strategies that you put in place with the edutainment, right? So it's a full-blown video production company. I got a couple other companies where we lease out our commercials to like home service industries, where local people or local business owners can actually get affordable content that's high quality at a low price. Like, it was my way to give back. And I'm doing that in every industry because it's a really big scale model and it's really helping these local business owners. But, man, I'm just doing what I love, Richie. I'm here. I am creating. I'm making music for a living. And I got a passion where it's like I want to build other studio CEOs. CEO stands for creative energy only. Creative edutainment only, bro. Like, there's people out here. God put this gift in me and I figured this shit out. And I'm going to give it to the world. And I want to build studio CEOs. I want to be the go-to guy where all these business owners and these digital agencies know that, man, Joey Yak is the go-to guy when it comes to this, not just because his content, but because his character as well. I tell everyone, my character outsells my content every day. That's just a bonus.
Right. Nice, man. Dude, I love it, man. It's such a good idea because you're bringing like this artist and singing and all this stuff, like writing and creativeness that in the music industry is good, but you bring it to businesses and it's lights out. You can change a business with some creative on the front end. So so dude, so what's your formula, bro? Like, how do you come up with, like, walk me through a client hires you through your process to what the result is.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Like I have it so dialed in now to on the creative aspect is like you know, I got your website and it was a wrap. Like I go in there. A lot of people in marketing speak to people. I like speaking or speak at them. I like speaking to them. So with music, I have the ability to create the avatar to speak words. Like when I'm singing, if I'm saying, you know, I focus on the next play, right? Not you. You say, that's why they say iPhone, iMac, like it's a part of you, right? So when I'm doing this, I like to create story frames of me being the avatar. So if it's HVAC, I'm going to act like I'm the HVAC guy in the field, and I'm going to talk about my pain points and my problems and how it leads to the solution, which is what you are solving. So in my mind, that's how a lot of the times how I frame it is like, all right, who is this person? I need to feel his pain. Like sometimes I just made a song about a single mom, and it was the whole song was about getting recruited for an insurance agency. But the niche was like single mom, and I'm hitting it. Like I had people like, yo, I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm like, yeah, I know, because I feel your pain. I feel your, or we know your pain. Now imagine if you were targeting single moms, saying, I got this opportunity for you. Obviously, you got to take the opportunity first, but you got to speak to them. So when I'm doing that, but I also I got a sense of humor. I'm a funny dude. We got an HVAC parodies. It's getting hot in here because my AC won't blow. I understand also that humor sells, man. Funny sells.
How did you, okay, so let me pause you for a second, because I saw this video and I didn't know it was yours, but the boats and hose video.
Yeah, Dan Henry, yeah.
How did you come up with that? Did you come up with that, or like where did that
check
come
this
from?
out. So I attacked Dan Henry like I did everybody else. He was blown the F away about the way that I gave him something and said, you go do it. He ended up hiring me, paid me like $15,000, and he made $850,000, by the way. Right. And I was like, boy, I should have charged you more, right? Dan Henry, that's my guy. But he had that boat, and he always was just joking around. See, everybody has
that's
ideas.
Where you got the idea. Okay.
Yeah. But it's a different breed that knows how to execute those ideas, right? So yeah, dude, he made a lot of money with that video.
Dude, to come up with that idea just from a boat, I mean, that was. Did you watch the movie and then you were like,
yeah.
Is that how it happened? Like,
I think that's the next lane, dude. But everything's a song to me, so it's like every quote, every one-liner, like I just hear it in a melody. Like you say something to me, I'm like, ooh, that's a banger. Oh shit, that's a banger right there. I gotta go make that a song, right? Just because I feel like life is a song, dude. It's because it's the sound of a feeling. You feel that shit, you know, if it's humor, if it's pain, you know, all that.
Right. So dude, okay, so you create this song, that's one thing. But how do you, like, one of the hardest things I think to do today is to get attention to the right people. How do you turn this song into a post that, because I'm assuming this post, it becomes an ad, right? And then this ad.
I tell everyone this. I have the car, but a car with no gas, aka my videos with no ads, unless you like are, you know, on those Bradley, Gary V, Grant Cardone type of level.
Right. You don't have that.
You're gonna have a Lamborghini sitting in your driveway, bro. So like put it on the highway, put some gas in that car, you know, and that's why with the video agencies, now I provide the gas in the car. But I create these as ads. But like one thing I'm leaning into, Richie, is, you know, a lot of people are catfishing their clients. Here's the problem. What I mean by that. They get this one fire-ass ad from me. They put it out there. They get the attention, a.k.a. you put this old picture of you looking sexy in high school, and now they meet you, a.k.a. these people see the video and come to your profile, and you're not the same person. I can't make you look bigger than life and make you look like your brand is big if you don't have your back end on a personal level. Like, that's why I always teach these people the frame of the 33% rule. 33% of the time, like when I post, if someone goes to my profile, you know, you can't knock it to to the T, but I post with intention. It's like I need to make sure my ducks are in a row to look like the expert in the field, that I'm actually doing the work. And also the other 33% is personal. Me as a husband, me as a father, me as somebody that's passionate with this energy, man, you know, something I stand for. So like when you have that back in, when people are scrolling, they're going to learn about you. They're going to see that you're the real deal. They're going to have that perspective about you. So I tell, like, there's a lot of things, like, you got to have your ducks in a row. People are being the creepy guy at the bar by all they do is say, buy for me, buy for me. Like, you walk in to the bar, you grab the girl, you walk out, you try to take her home on the first night. It's like, play the game, bro. Play the game.
So basically what you're saying is like, yeah, you can make this video and get attention to get them to the profile or their landing page, but if you don't have results and you don't have experience and you don't have, you know, all the other stuff to back it up, then it's not going to work.
And that I won't sell people one video. Like when you do work with me, you know, even when we were talking, I was like, let's do 3 songs, you know, the 3 video, like you do one, and it's amazing just how we met, just or the work that we did, because it was just something that I never do too, and what it's leading to the relationship. But I tell everyone we got to do a package where it's like a 5 video package, you know, 3 are main funnels, 2 of them are retargeting. Like we need to stay on top of mind. It's all about attention, period, with consistent creative content. It always doesn't have to be a song or, you know, none of that, but you have to stay on top of mind consistently, bro.
Right. You have to constantly be in front of them.
Constantly.
So walk me through what is your model? So you make this one song, you got retargeting videos. Like, what are you seeing works best for businesses?
What's worked best for me is I do a package where we do 5 videos, like I was just saying. 3 of them are main funnel, 2 of them are retargeting, to where you can cycle these videos, right? Okay, boom, boom, boom. And then I have a video, say video number 1. We ran that. People that watched it for 50% of the time.
Is this cold? Like, is this just cold?
I mean, you might have a list, but my shit is made for cold. Like, I'm cold out there, right? You haven't seen anything like this. So even if it's hot, it's still kind of cold because they haven't seen this flavor yet. Right? And they might not like it. So boom, blast that out there. They watch video 1. At the end of every video, I say, hey, I know you're not on social media for whatever they do. You're here to be entertained. And hopefully this entertained you. But when you do need whatever I provide, hopefully you think of us. Actually, take a screenshot. This is my phone number here. Hey, but until then, you know, just like our Facebook page for more edutaining content like this. We'll talk to you soon. Boom, let's build that rapport. Then we're going to retarget them with an ad where it's like, hey, stop, you're watching this because you watched this video. Boom, and it shows that video again. Hey, you might still not be in the market for blah, 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 but we're here when we need you, like our page. Boom, boom, boom. And then we keep on retargeting people like that. But I also say, let's do the 33% now, where you're actually not just being funny and all that. Show them you are educational. So when I say edutainment, we entertain them first, and then we retarget them with, you know, 5 ways to close a deal. Like, now play the game with them. Start showing them you are that person in the field. But you got to respect their time. And what I mean by that is they're on social media to be entertained. So I'm going to slide on in and be that person, entertain you, and then educate you. Edutainment.
Right. Okay, I like it. What about businesses where the business owner is the face of the business itself, and then now we're making videos with someone else? Like, how does that?
Oh, we have a full video team. So like we fly out there, or they come to us, they'll come to our HQ and get in front of the wall. Like, I just become the creative consultant, but I also love it when a lot of people do hire us because they don't want to get on camera. And that's perfect for me because obviously I have actors here. So let's say, you know, an orthodontist, right, that are going after people that, I don't freaking know, 55. That might even have been a horrible example. But if their demographic is 55, I'm not going to be in that video. So I have creators here in St. Louis and around the country that I just hire on for that. So that's what I look at myself as a creative consultant, man. I see shit, I feel shit, I hear shit, and I just want to do shit with other creatives and other business owners and kind of be the middleman and the plug to where you need You need something viral, and you need that attention grab, and let's do it. Right now, I'm just gritty. Like, whoever's watching this, just know, like, can't wait for you to find me in 5 years after this interview, because I know I'm going to be the guy that these huge Fortune 500 companies call, not because I went after them, because they see what I did on my damn own. People ask me, Joey, why haven't you been introduced to Andy Frisella since you live in St. Louis? And I don't know if this is just a St. Louis thing, but how you get respect is do shit on your own before you try to get introduced to people. That's why I never say, can you introduce me to them? Nah. People are going to introduce me to people because they know I'm at that same level, right? So it's just that respect factor of, man, when we meet, we'll meet. And when we do meet, it'll be in the damn, he's out here from my city doing the damn thing and didn't ask for handouts, you know? So I cannot wait for people 5 years from now to see this, bro. For real, Richie is going down.
For sure. I believe so. I would agree with you. So let me ask, okay, so you put these videos together. How do you work with the business to ensure like they're getting results from it, they're getting leads from it, or they're getting like, how do you go about that whole process?
So obviously the two things. One, the reason why I don't overcharge, you know, you have these companies that really, really, really will wax you, like 50 to 100 grand a project. Me? Nah, bro. I'm coming at you saying, hey, let's do 5 videos for 10 grand. People then look at me like, damn, that's it? Because they see it, they feel it, they know it, even see the results. But I understand that creatives, you need to test. I can't tell you that this batch of 5 is going to, even though I could get 50 for it, I'm going to sell it for 10 because it might not work. But guess what you can do now? Now you can go test other creatives. You can work with me 5 times and get 5 times the value and find some shit that works. You know, I got a company that comes every single month and spends about 10 grand with me because the other people are charging 50 to 100 and they can't afford to test. You know, some of them hit. They hit right away. They're like, oh shit, I don't need another batch. I'm like, cool. Holler at me when you do. Build that long-term relationship, right? So I do it by that way, by not overcharging, because that's what everyone is doing, and respecting that it does take a lot of creatives. The others is I have partners that have had like if you get great results with me, you're now in my pocket to where I'm calling you and saying, I have a client that does this. You kind of are familiar with that lane. You've already had massive results with my videos. Because for a very long time, everyone's seen they see the big picture, but they didn't feel it. And a lot of people need to feel it rather than see it, including myself, you know? So when I started seeing people make a couple $100 grand, you know, using the videos, I'm like, we got something, you know? So those are the two ways, not overcharging. And the other way is, you know, hey, dude, you can't, if you just get videos for me and then you guys kind of exit out, like, and I'm not a part of the process and you're not updating me 30, 60, 90 days later, you can't really say it's not the creative. It might be the sales process. It might be the people that are running your ads. Like, there's so much shit to it. So I have no desire on building that big team. So I just like having those strategic partners of, look, I'll refer you, you know, we can white label this thing, but man, Richie, I learned this year big time. I am a visionary. I am not an operator. I don't need more investors. I don't need more money. I need more operators. Period, to scale to become who I want to become.
Right. No, for sure. So do you actually post, once the videos are sent, do you do anything with them? Do you run the ads at all?
If they use the people that I, you know, strategic partnered with, I don't run anything. Like I'm the video production company and that's what I'm going to own.
Okay.
I got people that can put the gas in your car. In my car.
No, it's good that you do it that way, because then when you're trying to do everything, it's like impossible to do it good.
And then it comes back on you. It's like my reputation, you know, my experience when you're working with me, it's like from A to Z, you're like, damn, dude, like this shit was fire. Like I got this product in my hand. That's the thing, like with me, you know, with lead gen companies, if you say you're going to get them 30 and you get them 25, you still feel some type of way. With me, you say you're going to get 5 videos, you probably will fuck around and get 7 because that's just how I am. You know, so it's just feeling that.
What are you finding? Like, what type of businesses are getting the best results with this?
B2B, bro. I'm a B2B savage when it comes to lead gen.
Would you consider, when you say B2B, are you consider like what size businesses are you talking like? Yeah, when you say B2B, what
like coaches, like for example, my buddy real estate in the real estate if you're selling to a real estate agent or you're selling to an HVAC contractor, right, and you're a marketing company, like my ads for marketing companies work so well. And then it just depends on the different model. Like we're doing this video agency stuff now, man, and it's B2C, and it's like it's B2B still, low price, high quality, where they just lease the videos out every single month, and it's the digital asset. It's like a piece of real estate, dude. I'm like,
right.
I'm
You just make it one time, and then
one time we put logos on it, and it's a video that would take like $15,000 for them to buy it for themselves, and you rent it for $500. And if it doesn't work, month 2, then I just take that one back and give you a new one, because these local business owners can't afford to spend yak prices.
Right.
But guess
right.
what? I'm gonna give you that solution. We're gonna rent these videos to you.
That's smart.
Oh, dude, and it's profitable, baby.
So when you say B2B, we're not talking about like enterprise businesses. We're talking about like solopreneurs.
Yeah, I'm dude, obviously you guys can see my edge, my grit, my hunger. Like I'm not corporate, you know. I would love to work
I think
with
you
y'all.
could, dude. I think you could definitely do like, and I know there's a lot of corporate people listening to this because I work with a lot of corporate people, but I think you could definitely like MC for their
what they're
conferences
missing, though.
Dude,
it's
I think
edutainment, like
yeah. As long as you're providing value, and I think that's that's one thing I think corporations are really trying to get away from are like motivational speakers and people that just come and like motivate. They're really looking for value, and I think you could come to the table and not only have high energy and be entertaining, but you can provide information on getting people's attention, and that's something that enterprise corporations need, especially from their marketing and their salespeople, is just how to get more attention.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like the reason why it hasn't been done yet is because I went through it too. Is like artists that are real artists think like making, I call them bangers because like the word jingle is just so whack to us. Like I ain't making no jingles, right? So it's hard to get over that pride. Yeah, what? I'd say we make bangers, bro, and it's hard for them to get over that hump. And then when you go to the videographers, that's all they are. They're not sales, they're not marketing. I just did social content before this podcast saying, hey, before you hire a videographer, watch this. And I'm saying stop hiring videographers, start hiring creative directors and creative consultants, and they'll get all the pieces that you need, because I mean, videographers don't have that creative brain. They might have that eye, but they don't have that thought process. And that's what you really need is consistency ideas. You can have a freaking iPhone. You don't need nothing crazy. You don't need what I have, bro. I was in a freaking shed doing this stuff. You don't need it.
What kind of camera? You don't use the iPhone, I'm assuming, anymore, huh?
No, what is this, a red Raptor? It's some crazy shit.
The Red Raptor? Dang, I've never heard of that. All right.
It's fine.
All right, cool, man. So listen, so what's your next play? Like, what are you working on right now to take this business and your clients to the next level?
I mean, dude, honestly, it's the like my focus.
Yeah, what's your focus right now?
What I love to do is doing like the stuff that we're doing, where it's like, hey, I jump into brands and I start making bangers for them, and it's higher ticket, it's bigger packages. But my next play for real is basically helping digital marketing agencies get away from digital marketing and start developing a video agency where you rent your own commercials. So I have homeservicecommercials.com. That's where we started. That's where I tested the model. And in about 11 months, we did about 260,000, and that was me being the operator, which I'm awful. Only like 35,000 in ad spend. Like, there's this model here that, chiropractor commercials, real estate commercials, blah blah blah, anything.
Commercials.
My mission.
Like social media commercials are much different than TV commercials.
Exactly. But and some of these people take it and use it for TV, right? But it's helping other digital marketing agencies build these video agencies where I can eat off of it forever. But honestly, my kind of like a passion project is kind of what we talked about with the whole 1099 hustlers, man. I got this music inside of me. I'm on a mission for commission, rev up that revenue. Where them leads at? Like, the life of an entrepreneur, we're all 1099 hustlers, dude. And music is the sound of a feeling. Imagine riding to the office listening to that stuff, or being at the gym, listen, I'm on a mission for commission, yeah, instead of hearing about drugs and all that stuff, right? I just think that I have this entrepreneur music genre in me that is gonna, I never did it. I've wanted to do it for 4 years, but I didn't have the money, right? Like every move that I made had to be return on investment. Now, Richie, I'm focused on return on energy. ROE, not ROI. I want the return on my energy to be fulfilled and to be happy and to be giving out to those people. And I don't need to make money off that music, right? That's the problem with artists. They got this inside of them, that this gold, this treasure, but they don't make no money from it. So they have to put their passion on hold. I'm profiting from my passion. So I'm over here like, I think the world needs it, bro. It's kind of disrespectful from me not to give that to you, to 1099 hustlers, you know?
Right. Yeah. Dude, I love it, man. Awesome. So if anybody's listening to this, how can they find you?
Joey.yak on Instagram, Facebook, all that. And then my website is theyakagency.com. And you can just check out some commercials there. If you're an agency owner or just a business owner in general that needs attention, I got you, Joey Yak. Hey, Yak stands for you already know. And if you don't know by the end of this podcast, Richie, you better tell them they probably never will.
They never will. Listen, dude. Listen, if you're listening to this podcast right now, and you want your business to have more attention, I just reach out to him. Just, I'm telling you, you're gonna be blown away at his talent level when it comes to understanding message and being able to deliver it in a way that people understand. So listen, brother, really appreciate you being on the show. I look forward to continuing to work with you.
Yeah, dude, I appreciate you. Much love. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Next Play podcast. If you liked the show, make sure to leave us a review. For more resources, visit relentlessuniversity.com or download the free Relentless University app. And if you're interested in having me speak at your next event, visit relentlessrichie.com. Until next time.